Everybody, Coach DiGiovanni here. In this video, we're going to take a look at our 5-out continuity offense that we've been running now for about 10 years. Originally picked this up from the Villanova girls coach, Harry Perretta. This is the offense they used to help end the UConn girls' 70-game win streak back in 2003. We've used it on all levels, varsity, the JV, to the freshmen, middle school. Depending on the level, different options are seen more than others. But we'll take a look at the basic pattern here, and we'll talk about a few of the nuances and detailed teaching points as we go through it. First off, the most important thing is it doesn't matter which spot you're in. Any of the spots will do. We often tell the guys just fill the spots. Right? They'll hear us say that all the time. Fill the spots. Okay? It doesn't really matter which spot you're in. Just fill the spots. And the other big key here we talk about is starting it. We just like to talk about the path of least resistance, okay, or the easiest path, just to start it. Path of least resistance, okay. Easiest path to start it, okay. Easy path to start. Okay, because once we hit that wing, once we make this first wing pass, everything's going to work out perfect. And we're going to be able to run this continuity with great success. The key is just getting that first pass. Okay, so fill the spots. Path of least resistance, in other words, just get the easiest pass. So now, let's clear this off so we can focus on what we're doing here. And so now we've hit the first wing. What we'll do is the point man, whoever's at the point, is going to screen to the opposite corner. You're always going to the opposite corner. As he goes down in that direction, this wing opposite the ball has to really work to time up his cut and come right off the butt of that screener and right to the front of the rim. And that's our option right there. We're looking at him. A lot of times kids will try and force it on that first cut, and we try to really emphasize to them, be patient. Reverse it a couple times, and that guy is going to be really wide open. Okay, so he comes right tight off the point man's butt. The point man continues down in one motion. The point man's not stopping there or anything. Okay, he just goes in one motion. It's the wing player's responsibility to time up his cut off of him. This man in the corner, the three, comes on up to the top of the key. Okay, so if you look, what we've got now is our three man's up at the top of the key. Our five's got the ball over there. Our four man just cut to the front of the rim. Our one just down screened. Down screen and pop to the wing. Okay, the curl cut goes to the corner. Curl to the corner. So we always say curl cut to the corner. Or another thing we often say is just say point wing base, point wing base. So if you look at where guys started, point is now at the wing. Okay. The wing, the four, where he started, is now at the base. All right. If the five doesn't have anything, we just throw that reverse pass. One of the beautiful things about this offense is even if you don't get that curl cut, which at the varsity level, it takes a few reverse passes for that curl cut to really open up usually. But even if you don't get that curl cut, there's so much congestion in here in this lane between the curl cut, his defender, and the point man and his defender. You really got four people in this lane here, and you can almost always get this reverse pass. So it allows your offense to just be able to flow and move, even against teams that are really trying to pressure your perimeter passes. Okay. We emphasize a quick reversal. We don't want the man at the top of the key holding the ball. As he catches it, he's either ripping into his move into the lane or he's making that quick reverse pass. Okay, and as he makes that reverse pass, now he's going to the opposite corner. So he hit the one, and he's going to the opposite corner. And again, as he cuts, it's this wing player, this five man in this case, his job is to run tight off the butt. Now again, with the varsity kids, we always loved starting the offense with our bigs, quote unquote, our fours and our fives. They were decent at handling the ball. They were good passers. So that would often give us the path of least resistance as well, because their guys were bigger, slower defenders and less likely to give us a tough time starting it. But also, if you notice, the first two curls that we got, we ended up getting our post players, our big guys, curling right into the basket to maybe get them some easy looks. Two man coming up and reversing for the reversal, and you can see the pattern would just continue. The three man would pop to the wing, okay, and our five man, he curled, he's now in the corner. and we've got our 2 up here. Again, the 1 would look to reverse it, and it's a patterned continuity. Again, I cannot emphasize how great this offense has been for us. At the lower levels, it's created a lot of easy scoring opportunities. At the varsity level, when we've had to play nationally ranked teams, it has allowed us to run offense, run a little clock, just really control the tempo of the game. All the players get a touch, and so they all feel comfortable playing. One of the things that we do is if a team starts to deny this pass, let's say X3 was the screener here. As he screens down, let's just say his man, his defender, I should say, sits up here. Okay, so as our 2 comes on up, our 5 is curled off the butt of the 3. So as our 2 comes on up, if he's denied, he just back cuts. And then we go back to the rule we talked about early on. Fill spots. Just fill any spot. Sometimes you'll see kids will get lost in the continuity of it anyway, and we just fill spots, fill the spots. So if the 2 comes on up, he's denied, he back cuts. And we do a lot of work teaching them some reaction skills about how to read when they're denied and back cutting. And the next guy up just fills on up. Okay, and we fill the spots, and we fill the spots. Okay, and as long as you emphasize that in practice, the kids really do it pretty seamlessly, and things work out just fine. They get themselves right back into the continuity of it, and usually we end up with an easy look off of that back cut as well. Hope this video was helpful. There's a lot of other quick hitters that can come through the continuity, and then the continuity runs right back into the continuity if the quick doesn't work, and we can get to those in another video. Hope this was helpful.